To honor those who have served, Navy Band Great Lakes will conclude today's concert with a performance of the Armed Forces Medley. As your service song is played, please stand to recognize you and your family's service to our country. United States Army. The United States Marine Corps. The United States Air Force. The drum major for today's concert is musician second class Gregory Lopes. And conducting Navy Band Great Lakes is chief musician Brandon Barbie. Another acknowledgement, please, for their outstanding performance this morning. Here is a special announcement for our guests of Graduating Division 937. Your performers will need a few extra moments to return their equipment following the ceremony. After Liberty has been called, we recommend that the guests of Division 937 wait in your bleacher area, and your graduates will join you shortly. Your patience is greatly appreciated. Thank you. The parade of graduates is underway and will arrive at Midway Ceremonial Hall in just a few moments. Please make sure that all personal items are clear of the aisles and the drill deck. Guests in the balcony are reminded that standing along the rail is prohibited for the remainder of the ceremony. We know that your sailors will have many wonderful and amazing stories for you about their boot camp experience. However, at this time, we offer some video evidence that reveals our side of the story.
Good morning, and welcome to Recruit Training Command and today's graduation. We are very excited to have all the family and friends of our sailors both here and online. You are about to watch the formal transition from recruit to full-fledged sailor in the world's greatest and most powerful Navy. As we honor the accomplishments of America's best and brightest, we must also honor the family and friends of these new sailors. Without you and your steadfast support and devotion, this day would not be possible. Throughout our nation's history, the secret to our military success has always been the military families that stand the watch at home and always support their sailors. The Department of Defense has made the determination that the men and women graduating today have what it takes, and that's thanks to you. So on behalf of the United States Navy, thank you, and welcome to the Navy family. This celebration is not just for our graduates, but for you as well. Take special pride in what your sailor has accomplished and the tremendous journey they are about to embark on. They are our future. Thank you again for your support and all you do to help keep America safe and strong. Enjoy the ceremony, and again, welcome to our Navy family.
As the parade of graduates approaches, we salute the states and territories whose sons and daughters will graduate today.
Delaware,
Pennsylvania, New Jersey,
Georgia,
Connecticut, Massachusetts,
Maryland,
South Carolina,
New Hampshire,
Virginia, New York,
North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont,
Kentucky, Tennessee,
Ohio, Louisiana, Indiana,
Mississippi,
Illinois,
Alabama, Maine,
Missouri,
Arkansas, Michigan,
Florida, Texas,
Iowa, Wisconsin,
California, Minnesota,
Oregon, Kansas,
West Virginia, Nevada,
Nebraska,
Colorado, North Dakota,
South Dakota,
Montana,
Washington,
Idaho,
Wyoming, Utah,
Oklahoma,
New Mexico, Arizona,
Alaska,
Hawaii, District of Columbia,
Puerto Rico,
Guam,
American Samoa,
Northern Mariana Islands,
Virgin Islands,
state flags, order, arms. And now we invite you to join the staff of Recruit Training Command in welcoming the graduating divisions with your applause as they enter Midway Ceremonial Hall and are announced in the following order.
Please welcome Division 283. Division 284. Division 285. Division 286. Division 287. Division 288. Division 289. Division 290. Division 817. Division 818. Today's graduating performing unit is Division 937. Division 937 provides the recruit choir, drill team, and band for today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Thank you. Divisions, right, face. Section leaders, fall out and collect outer garments. Divisions, counter, march. Divisions, halt.
Prepare for review at a normal interval. Just left, just. Ready, front, left, face, at a close interval, just right, just. Ready, front, right, face, parade, rest.
May I have your attention, please? For the remainder of the review, no one will be permitted to pass in front of the review stand. And we ask this as a courtesy to our reviewing officer. Photography is certainly encouraged, but we ask that you remain seated and off the drill deck. The photographers you will see on deck throughout the review are the official photographers of Recruit Training Command. Division commanders, left or right, face, parade, rest.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Lieutenant Simon Bennett, Recruit Training Command's Drill Division Officer. I would like to welcome you to today's Pass and Review. Today you will see 11 divisions comprised of 760 sailors participate in their graduation ceremony and soon join the most powerful Navy in the world. Please draw your attention to the unit positioned at center deck. There is the review commander and staff. Today's review commander is Seaman Preston Rozier from Wichita, Kansas. Let's give him a hand, folks. Performing today is the State Flags unit on their 6th week of training, Staff unit on their 7th week, and graduating is the Triple Threat unit on their 8th and final week of training. These units are comprised entirely of recruits. During their night of arrival, all recruits are placed into divisions of 88 personnel and assigned their division commanders. Recruit division commanders form the backbone of recruit training and are the key individuals in the life of every recruit. Division commanders must serve as counselors, disciplinarians, administrators, and military leaders. Above all, they must show themselves as outstanding examples of military bearing, appearance, attitude, and behavior. Each division also has a recruit chief petty officer. This is a senior recruit who supervises the divisional staff positions in the absence of their division commanders. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the graduating divisions, their division commanders, and recruit chief petty officers. As I introduce each division, they will raise the competitive flags that they have earned throughout their training. As I introduce each recruit chief petty officer, the flag representing their home state will also be raised. Please hold your applause until all introductions have been completed. I will be starting from their right. Division 283. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Morgan Morgan. Petty Officer First Class Keith Stanton. Petty Officer First Class Kimberly Hardy. And the Recruit Chief Petty Officer Seaman Jordan Steinberg from San Diego, California. Division 284. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Tracy Caldwell. Petty Officer First Class Jessica Vigil. Petty Officer First Class Tyler Carter. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer Seaman Geriante Whitfield from Valdosta, Georgia. Division 285. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Ashley Kempton. Petty Officer First Class Jacob Ruiz. Petty Officer Second Class Glenn Bell. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer Seaman Tasia Cooper from Mesquite, Texas. Division 286. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Raymond Santos. Petty Officer First Class Desiree Overton. Petty Officer Second Class Derek Finn. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer Seaman Richard Astaki from Jacksonville, Florida. Division 287. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Christian Hansen. Petty Officer First Class Peter Troop. Petty Officer First Class Jose Silva. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer Seaman Omar Atra from Tampa Bay, Florida. Division 288. Commanded by Petty Officer First Class Michael McLean. Petty Officer First Class John Eberly. Petty Officer First Class Thomas Lee. And their recruit chief petty officer, Seaman Jeremiah Chavez from New Braunfels, Texas. Division 289. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Darrell Craig. Petty Officer First Class David Lopez. Petty Officer First Class Eugene Coa. And their recruit chief petty officer, Seaman Arlen Shepard from Sacramento, California. Division 290. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Amador Tovar. Petty Officer First Class Adjourney McLean. Petty Officer First Class Ryan Zanel. And their recruit chief petty officer, Seaman Thomas Canick from Omaha, Nebraska. Division 817. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer David Williams. Petty Officer First Class Marcus Crenshaw. Petty Officer First Class Paolo Trinidad. And their recruit chief petty officer, Seaman Hunter Wood from Raleigh, North Carolina. Division 818. Commanded by Petty Officer First Class Audrey Cawthon. Petty Officer First Class Terrell Rowan. Petty Officer Second Class Michael Cherry. And their recruit chief petty officer, Seaman Aaron Altman from Corbeil, Oregon. Division 937. Commanded by Petty Officer First Class William Leon. Petty Officer First Class Courtney Brown. Petty Officer First Class Luis Tirado Maldonado. And their recruit chief petty officer, Seaman Alejandra Brizuela Guadino from Tulare, California. On behalf of the commanding officer and staff of Recruit Training Command, we congratulate these division commanders and recruit chief petty officers on a job well done. In a moment, you will see the ceremonial side boys, bosun, and honor guard take their places for arrival honors. This time-honored tradition is our formal greeting to this morning's reviewing officer. When requested by the announcer, please stand for the arrival honors, marching on of the colors, national anthem, and the invocation. As a reminder, military guests shall remain covered throughout the entire graduation ceremony. And ladies and gentlemen, one final note. As befitting the importance of this occasion, our ceremony is conducted in a formal manner. However, we do encourage you to participate in today's graduation ceremony by letting your applause show your sailors just how proud of them you are. Once again, welcome aboard.
divisions. Attention.
Will the guests please rise and remain standing for the arrival of the official party? Recruit Training Command, arriving.
Order. Arms.
Plans, Policy, and Strategy, U.S. European Command, arriving.
Order. Arms.
The guests may be seated.
Morning, Admiral. Honor Guard 75 for inspection, sir. Very well. Inspection. Arms.
Color guard. Parade the colors.
Will the guests please rise? Present arms.
Order. Arms. Retire the colors.
Present arms. Order, arms. Chaplain Marshman will offer this morning's invocation.
Let us pray. Almighty God, we come before you with hearts full of gratitude for what you have enabled these sailors to accomplish. Thank you for the sacrifice of all those who have poured their lives into each sailor who is standing before us here today. We ask that you bless their parents, grandparents, siblings, and all other loved ones who have helped form them into the men and women they are today. Be with their RDCs who have worked tirelessly over these past 8 weeks, and give them rest as they recover from this grueling training schedule. God, we are excited for the future that lies before these sailors. We ask that you give them success in their future training and further preparation for the fleet. May they be further developed into honorable, committed, and courageous sailors. Please go before them and use them mightily to defend freedom, promote justice, and defend the United States of America. In your name I pray, amen.
Eternal Father, strong to save, whose arm hath bound the restless wave, who bids the mighty ocean deep its own for those in peril on the sea. Amen, amen, amen.
Our guests may be seated. At this point, the commanding officer would issue orders and instructions to the unit commanders. Then the unit commanders would face about and relay the information to their divisions. Today's events demonstrate how orders are passed through the chain of command.
Divisions, report. Very well. 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 All divisions present or accounted for, sir. Very well. The Sailor's Creed.
Good morning, Captain. I present the graduating divisions. Request permission to commence the review.
Very well. Commence the review.
Aye, aye, sir.
Seats, please.
Sound off.
We stand all colors, race, and hue, but stand we all in navy blue. We serve the rhythm like the blue. America. We are
Award winners! Left or right, face. Award winners reporting, sir.
Very well.
Good morning. I'm Captain Mike Garrett, Commanding Officer of Recruit Training Command. I welcome you to this morning's recruit graduation ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where our Navy heritage meets the future, and where these young men and women enter the profession of arms. Division 937 graduates today. They're the Triple Threat Unit, providing recruit choir, drill team, and band. Please join me in giving them a hand for their outstanding performances. Welcome to our reviewing officer, Rear Admiral Fred Pyle, Deputy Director of Plans, Policy, and Strategy, U.S. European Command, and our guest of honor, Force Master Chief David Carter, Naval Information Forces. I would also like to welcome and recognize the veterans in our audience for their service to our country. Would our veterans please stand? I am pleased to welcome the families and friends of these graduates who have come here today to share in this significant milestone with our newest sailors. The men and women of Recruit Training Command are dedicated to providing the United States Navy basically trained, physically fit, and sharply disciplined sailors like those whom you see before you. They, and others like them, serve as the bedrock of our naval forces. They give our Navy its combat edge and enable us to help keep this nation secure. These sailors have successfully completed 8 weeks of demanding recruit training. They have recently demonstrated their knowledge and their courage during battle stations. They have earned the right to wear the uniform recognized throughout the world as a symbol of freedom. This training group is ready to graduate and serve in the world's most powerful Navy. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 760 of the newest and sharpest sailors in the United States Navy.
Recruit Training Command's competitive system among individual recruits and divisions promotes teamwork, attention to detail, and pride in accomplishment. Divisions performing above standards throughout their training are awarded recognition flags in the following mission areas: academic achievement, military drill, compartment readiness, and physical fitness. These flags are carried as a visible symbol of the division's success. Each flag indicates that your sailors, individually and as teams, met performance standards in one or more mission areas.
Hooray! Rest!
Admiral Pyle will now present this week's individual awards, and he will be joined on the drill deck by our commanding officer, Captain Garrick, and our guest of honor, Force Master Chief Carter. For achieving the highest overall academic score during recruit training, Seaman William Mertz, Division 818 from Burr Ridge, Illinois, has earned the Academic Excellence Award, which is sponsored by the Lake Defiance chapter of the Illinois Society of the Sons of the American Revolution. Seaman Mertz receives a letter of commendation from the commanding officer. Well done, sailor. For having displayed extraordinary qualities best expressing the American spirit of honor, initiative, and loyalty, Seaman Alana Mayer, Division 284, from Covina, California, is awarded the Navy League Award, which is sponsored by the Navy League of the United States. Seaman Mayer is presented with a commemorative plaque and a letter of commendation from the commanding officer. Well done, sailor. Airman Travis Montague, Division 287, from East Earl, Pennsylvania, is the winner of the United Service Organization Award for best exemplifying the spirit and intent of the word shipmate. Airman Montague is given a commemorative plaque from the United Service Organization. Well done, sailor. Seaman Grant Pyle, Division 817, from Virginia Beach, Virginia, is the recipient of the Military Order of the World Wars Award of Merit. This award is presented for meritorious performance during recruit training. Seaman Pyle is presented with a commemorative plaque from the Military Order of the World Wars. Well done, sailor. The Military Officers Association Leadership Award is presented to Seaman Apprentice Hunter Wood, Division 817, from Swansboro, North Carolina, for demonstrating exceptional tenacity and professionalism. Seaman Apprentice Wood is awarded a letter of commendation from our commanding officer. Well done, sailor. Airman Kenesha Daniels, Division 285, from Corsicana, Texas, is the recipient of the Navy Club of the United States of America Military Excellence Award for best exemplifying the qualities of enthusiasm, devotion to duty, military bearing, and teamwork. This award places her at the pinnacle of today's U.S. sailors. She is awarded a flag letter of commendation. Airman Daniels, the staff of Recruit Training Command salute you as the finest of this group of graduates. Well done, sailor.
Divisions, attention!
It is appropriate to recognize such outstanding individual accomplishments by these sailors with a round of 3 cheers. The adjutant will lead all graduating divisions in 3 cheers for this morning's award winners.
Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip!
It is my distinct pleasure this morning to introduce our reviewing officer, Rear Admiral Fred Pyle, Deputy Director of Plans, Policy, and Strategy at U.S. European Command. A native of McAllisterville, Pennsylvania, Rear Admiral Fred Pyle is a 1990 graduate of the Pennsylvania State University. A career surface warfare officer, his operational sea duties include Operations Officer on USS Lake Champlain, Executive Officer, USS Porter, Commanding Officer, USS Winston S. Churchill, and Commodore, Destroyer Squadron 2. During these at-sea tours, he made numerous deployments to the European, Central, and Pacific Command areas of responsibility. His shore duties include Flag Secretary, United States Joint Forces Command, Budget Branch Head, Surface Warfare Directorate on the Navy staff, and Executive Assistant to the Deputy Chief of Naval Operations for integration of capabilities and resources. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a warm Recruit Training Command welcome to Rear Admiral Fred Pyle.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. And all I can say is, wow, I don't think I've been more motivated in my 34 years of naval service. Very impressive recruit graduation this morning. Thanks, Captain Garrett, for that introduction. And Master Chief Carter, pleasure to join you here on the dais. What a great Navy day, folks. It is an honor to welcome these 760 sailors into the world's most powerful Navy. Today in our Navy, we have 284 ships. We have nearly 330,000 troops on active duty. We have over 97,000 personnel on ready reserve. And you, my fine young sailors, are the newest members of our combat team. Welcome. You enter the Navy at an exciting time in our nation's history. We're engaged in great power competition with both Russia and China. Our Chief of Naval Operations, Admiral Richardson, has given us a clear mission statement in his strategic guidance titled, A Design for Maintaining Maritime Superiority. And the mission statement is, and I quote, the United States Navy will be ready to conduct prompt and sustained combat incident operations at sea. Our Navy will protect America from attack and preserve America's strategic influence in key regions around the world. U.S. naval forces and operations from the seafloor to space, from deep water to the littorals and in the information domain, will deter aggression and enable peaceful resolution of crisis on terms acceptable to the United States, our allies, and our partners. If deterrence fails, the Navy will conduct decisive combat operations to defeat any enemy. End quote. Our charters, I'm here to tell you, that's a powerful mission statement. And as I look over the ranks of the sailors assembled here today, I know you are the right team to accomplish this mission. You bring a fresh perspective to the fleet. You're innovative, you're motivated, and you are what we need to get the job done. Remember what you've learned over these past 8 weeks of recruit training. The core values of honor, courage, and commitment. The sailor's creed. The basic skills of seamanship, damage control, firefighting, your 11 general orders, watch standing, physical fitness, and a new level of toughness, integrity, initiative, and accountability that you did not have when you arrived here at the end of May. This knowledge and new set of skills build the foundation for your future success. I'll close with a few words. Remember to thank your recruit division commanders, the instructors, and the recruit training command staff for their hard work and dedication. Most of all, remember to thank your family, friends, and loved ones for their moral support over these past 8 weeks. I'll close with a few words of advice as you begin to make your transition to the fleet. Take care of our Navy, take care of your shipmates, and take care of yourself. When you get to your ship, submarine, aviation squadron, CO or EOD platoon, and other fleet commands, quickly qualify and become a leader within your unit. Do these things, and you will do your part to make our Navy a stronger combat team. Congratulations, sailors. God bless you, our Navy, and our nation. Thank you.
Formation,
graduating divisions, and he will be joined on the drill deck by our commanding officer, Captain Garrick. Please remain seated until your graduates have been placed on liberty. Please join me in one more round of appreciation for our wonderful musicians of Navy Band Great Lakes. Flags. Post. Section leaders fall out and retrieve outer garments. Midway Ceremonial Drill Hall will be closing at the conclusion of today's graduation. Please check the area around you to ensure you have all your possessions. For those families with strollers, please retrieve them as you exit the drill hall. Thanks again to each and every one of you for joining us on this most memorable of Navy days. And without further delay, now hear this, Liberty Call, Liberty Call. Fall out.